Russian all day.
For any particular reason or just?
Just because I ran into my top order.
It happens. We all have those days. So I'll give it about 5 more minutes before we get started, just to let everybody come in. Stragglers, you know how that
I
goes.
just saw high.
Oh, yeah. Let's make a rush to get here, so give them a little time. And as always, if there's any special requests, let me know.
Okay. Let me see the face.
I know, it's weird, right? It's gonna be totally different for me. I haven't seen anybody's face. You know, there was a few times that I did it online and I could see maybe a few faces, but really, you know, they're this big on a screen right in front of me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi. Hello.
Oh, I know. Just saying, I've been here for almost a year now, and I think this is the first time I've actually got to see everybody, vice versa. So a little different. Good, right? We're easing into it. So we'll go ahead and give it 1 more minute. Any special requests or things to avoid today? I'm thinking about doing lots of shoulders. We've been doing a lot of hips and hamstrings, which we'll get into. We get into a little bit of all of it, but a bit more of a focus on the shoulders today. All right. So in that spirit, let's get started in child's pose. We're going to get started in a specific arm variation. So let's take the knees out nice and wide, big toes are together. Reach the arms forward and then bring the palms to press in prayer. Drift the thumbs behind the head. And of course, if this is always just too much too soon, you can release the hands down. Go ahead and check it out first, this nice little fin here. Thumbs behind the head, just to get the shoulders a bit more open and really to breathe into the space between the shoulders. Take a moment to soften the space around and between the eyes. Relax the back of the jaw. A deep breath in, feel it gather between the shoulder blades. And exhale, send it down to the lower back. Inhaling up the spine between the shoulders. Exhaling down to the lower back. One more time, inhaling up. Exhale, sending it down. Start to find a smooth, steady breath here. A little soft whisper at the back of the throat as you breathe in and out through the nose, or slightly parted lips if allergies make that a bit tough. Listening to the soundtrack of your breath, slow and steady, that soft little sigh at the back of the throat. One more deep breath in. Big sigh right there. Reach the hands forward. And as the hands find the mat, you'll peek up towards the thumbs. Then reach your right hand to the center of the mat, all the way towards the top. Left arm is going to thread underneath the right. Threading the needle here, noticing if the hips sway a lot to the right. If that's the case, just giving them a little tug to the left, just to keep everything nice and in line. The left cheek can rest, or you can hover here, reaching through the fingertips. 3 deep breaths into the middle of your back. Anchor down into the right fingertips. We'll unwind and switch sides. Left hand replaces the right. Right hand threading under the left. And noticing the hips, noticing if they're way over to the left and just giving them a little tug to the right. 3 deep breaths here. Spread the fingertips wide on the left hand. Anchor down and unwind. Reaching the arms forward and then take them out nice and wide. So the pinky finger, maybe even the ring finger spilling off of the mat.
Sending the hips way back as you reach through the fingertips, ground the forehead again. Coming to this extended child's pose and really finding energy here. Reaching through the arms, sinking through the sits bones. Feeling the back expand with your inhale. And walk the hands in, just a few hand prints closer to each other. Grip into the fingertips, peel yourself to hands and knees. Find the knees together, walk the hands under the shoulders, and just take a moment here to send the hips side to side, just working some movement into the hip creases. And then we'll cross the ankles and send the sits bones back just to come into a nice cross-legged seat. To come into your seat, finding stillness, bringing hands somewhere along the thighs or the knees. Again, let the eyes softly close and really arrive here. Taking stock of how you feel physically, energetically, emotionally, mentally. And just take a moment to sit with this, not judging or trying to change anything. Just meeting yourself where you are. And bring your awareness to your breath, starting to slow it down, smooth it out, blurring the lines between inhale and exhale. Finding that soft little sigh at the back of the throat again. Gather the hands to heart center. And we'll begin our practice with the vibration of Om one time. Inhale fully to receive the breath. Exhale completely, empty out. We'll inhale for Om. Bow the head all the way to the heart, chin tucks into the chest. Bring your left hand to the right hip. Take the right hand to the left side of your neck as you bring right ear towards right shoulder. Walk the peace fingers, the pointer finger and middle finger, just up and down the crease of the neck. Having a little self-massage here, maybe exploring back towards the little space between the shoulder blades, or down towards the left bicep. Then release the right hand all the way down to the mat. Take the left arm, we're gonna, like we're smearing something across the chest, bring it all the way up. And then with an exhale, over to the right. So finding that length first before we find our side body stretch. So we can really feel all of that length, all of that space in the left side of the body. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach a little further. Take it back to center, hands to thighs. We'll loop the shoulders up, back, and down. And bring right hand to the left hip, tuck the chin to the chest. We'll roll left ear to left shoulder and bring left hand to the right side of the neck. That's right hand on the left hip, just to keep us in this vertical shape so that we're not feeling a little wobbly or unstable. And find some exploration here, walking the fingers up and down. Maybe we find one spot that we really want to stay with and work into. Just releasing. We're going to focus on the shoulders today, so Getting everything nice and loose and ready. The left hand comes all the way down to the mat. We're gonna smear our invisible whatever across the chest, reach it up. And with an exhale, take it over. Right hand reaching to the left, we can soften into that left elbow. Inhale, find a length along the right side. Exhale, send it over a little bit more. Inhale, back to center, hands to thighs, chin to chest. Loop the shoulders up, back and down. And do that again. And one more time. Now we're going to take it the opposite direction, up, forward, and down, just to feel the difference. 2 more times. 1 more. Let's come forward to tabletop, hands and knees. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Peek between the knees, make sure you don't see the heels magnetizing towards each other or the big toes touching. I'm going to tuck those feet right behind the knees and root down through the toenail side of the feet. Press the floor away, feel the navel hug up to the spine, the low ribs hug up as we reach through the mat, eyes to the floor, and then move from there. Inhale, sinking the belly, lifting the heart, calf pose. Exhale, round the spine, tapping the chin, emptying out, tapping. Inhale, sinking through the belly, lifting the heart, lifting the feet. Exhale, rounding through, emptying out. Start to find this with your own breath, and that also means your own pace away. So maybe you keep the same slow, steady pace. Maybe you speed it up a little bit, or even slow it down and be pausing in one shape that feels right. Now inviting any other movements the body's asking for to get started. Maybe sending the hips forward and back or side to side. Back to a neutral tabletop. Walk the knees back, hips come with it. So we want our toes to line up at the bottom edge of the mat. And then we'll send our hands forward, melting the heart down. Your fingertips may come off of the mat still, but it's gonna be better than sending both hands way off the mat. So we keep our toes on the back edge and take up space here. Heart chakra pose, Anahata Asana. Feel the biceps roll away from the ears. Lots of space between the shoulders. Hips stay high. 3 deep breaths. Rip into the fingertips, lift the forehead up, pull the bottom ribs up towards the spine, walk the hands in just a couple of handprints. And we're going to send the hips forward and down, coming towards this up dog variation. Once you get here, you may want to walk the hands back a little more for support so that the wrists are under the shoulders. Inhale, find length through the back of the neck, eyes to the tip of the mat. Exhale, elbows bend, hug in towards the ribs. We're going to lower all the way to the mat. Push down into the hip points, reach through the toes, elbows stay hugging in to roll the shoulders up and back. Baby cobra, pause here. Really anchor through the hip points. Reach through the toes. Should be able to let the hands hover here. Elbows hugging into the ribs. Neck is nice and long. One more inhale here. Exhale, hands down, tuck the chin. We'll move through tabletop. Tuck the toes, lift the hips down. Pedal it out forward, bending one knee and then the other. Shake the head yes and no. Any other movements the body's asking for here, settle in. And find your stillness. Spread the fingers wide. Focus your weight between pointer finger and thumb on each hand. And that should help the biceps roll outward away from the ears. Lift the hips up, relax the heels down. So it's not necessarily important for the heels to touch the mat. We want to feel heavy in the heels to get that nice deep stretch in the hamstring. Eyes to the knees or to the hips. 3 long, slow, deep breaths here. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Deep breath in. This time, big sigh, let it go. Roll the eyes up between the thumbs. Bend the knees, take a slow walk to the top of your mats. As you arrive, feet at least 2 fists of distance between the arches, and you can take a deep bend in the knees here to find that or to ground the hands. We're all going to bring the fingertips to the mat and send the weight towards the toes. So much so that we lift the heels up just a hair. Now keep that awareness in the toes, keep that weight there. We'll slowly lower the heels back down. And if you would like to go a little deeper in the hamstrings, take hold of opposite elbows. I'll invite you to find stillness here today, grounding through the big toe edges and letting the top of the head feel heavy. Knees can be as bent as you like, but really working to keep the big toe edge connected. The pinky grounds as well. Release the elbows. Spread the toes and weight between each one. We'll lift up halfway. Inhale, long spine, pause. We're really imagining that we're moving into a pond from the shore, from the land. We don't want to go in. So we're really reaching through the neck, eyes down. Weight towards the toes. Knees can be a little bit bent here. We really feel the hip points lifting up and pulling it together. One more inhale here, extending through the spine. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, tuck the tailbone forward, and then roll up one vertebra at a time. Keep pushing down into the feet. And last on top of the shoulders, Tadasana. Lift the shoulders up, back, and down a few times. And then find your stillness. Reaching up through the ear tips, pressing down into the feet. Let's take one hand to the low belly, one hand to the low back. Press the hands towards each other to invite the tailbone to come down. Release arms by the sides. Close your eyes for just a moment. Feel how much work it takes to find this sturdy, steady position. From the last stillness, we'll inhale, lift the arms out. Exhale, dive forward. Halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold, plant the palms, step just the left toes back. We'll release the left knee down. Back toes tucked or untucked, it really just depends on what makes you feel more stable. We're really rooting into the big toe edge of the front foot. Inhale, arms reach up by the ears. Low lunge. Sending the right hip back as the left hip releases forward and down. Use that front foot to find this shape in the hips, this alignment in the hips. Drop the thumbs back just a hair. Inhale, eyes to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, reach the arms forward and down. Tuck the back toes, lift that knee up. We'll anchor through the left hand, send the right arm up, find a twist. Again, one inhale to extend. Exhale, frame the front. Right toes step back, high plank. Hold here, top of a push-up. Heels press back, ear tips reach forward. Press down into the hands, claw through the fingertips. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly, nice and slow. Reach the toes back, shoulders roll up, baby cobra. Exhale, chin tucks, move through tabletop, back to downward facing dog. Big breath in and out. Heels lift up, inhale. Knees bend, eyes forward, exhale. Inhale, walk or take one big step to the top of the mat. Land with that long spine, reach through the ear tips. Fold it forward, let it go. Then we'll anchor the feet, reverse swan dive, arms out and up, reach, standing. Exhale, dive it forward. Halfway lift, long spine. Fold, plant the palms, step the right toes back. Right knee releases, back toes tucked or untucked, depending on how you feel sturdy. We'll reach the arms forward and up, lower lunge. Root into the big toe edge of that front foot. Left hip sends back as the right hip sends down. Spreading awareness through that front foot, hip points cinching in towards each other. Maybe the thumbs drift back in space, eyes to the sky, big breath in. Exhale, reach forward and down, frame the front. Right toes tucked, press the heel back to lift that knee. Anchor into the right hand, left arm reaches up, one cycle of breath here. Inhale, exhale, frame the front foot, step it back, plank pose. And hip points pull towards each other, fingers are wide, claw through the fingertips. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Untuck the toes, anchor the hips, shoulders up and back, baby cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here to reset. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, eyes forward. This time, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Land with that long spine. Fold to let go. Root down to the feet. We'll inhale, reverse swan dive, arms out and up. And then exhale, reverse that, send the arms out and down. Halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold, plant the palms, step it back, plank pose. So we have options here. We're holding just for a moment, but as we exhale in just a moment, we can either come to the belly or halfway down, maybe lowering with the knees. Yogi's choice from here on out. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down, your choice. Inhale to scoop forward, baby cobra or up dog this time, hips off the mat. Exhale, back to downward facing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, heels lift. Knees bend, eyes forward. Walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Land long. Fold to let go. Anchor the feet, reverse swan dive. Arms out and up. Reverse it. Exhale, reach forward now. Halfway lift, long spine. Plant the palms, step back, move through your vinyasa. One breath for movement now. Exhaling to lower. Inhale, swooping into your back bend. Exhale, over the toes. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Step the feet together at the center of the mat, center back of the mat. Okay? So just bringing the feet to touch. And then from here, get heavy in the left heel. We'll slide the right leg up. Like you're sliding up an invisible wall, toes point down. So we're feeling that internal rotation in the right thigh, heavy in the left heel. Flex through the right foot. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, step the right foot all the way forward. Left heel turns down, but the left toes point towards the top left corner of the mat. Come up, warrior one, arms up by the ears. The hips are feeling really closed in here. You can always take a step out with this right foot just to give yourself a little more room, to send the left hip forward. We want to use the feet to wedge the hips in the line here. So that back pinky toe edge is really important. Glue it down, lift up through the heart. Turn the palms forward, drift the backs of the hands back, inhale. Exhale, elbows bend. Bring the arms out to your T, turn the thumbs down. We'll do this one rotation at a time. Swim the arms behind you, interlace the fingers. Loop the shoulders up, back, and down to bring the knuckles down towards the left glute. With an exhale, we'll reach forward and fold. Humble warrior. Glue down the back, pinky toe edge, reach through the ear tips, reach to the knuckles, big breath in. Big breath out. Release the hands. We're going to swim the fingertips down to come up. Big inhale, arms up by the ears. Exhale, open warrior two. So a little bit of a change in the foot pattern. That back foot now parallel to the short end of the mat. Front heel to back arch. Lengthen through the fingertips, drift the pinkies back. Now bring down into the pinky toe edge of both feet. So you feel the right knee drift to the right of it. Right palm up and back. Inhale, radiant warrior. Cartwheel the hands down, frame the front foot. Pivot on the back toes. Step back, move for a vinyasa, or breathe in down dog, yogi's choice. Deep breath in and out. Do that again. One more time. Step the feet together at the back of the mat. Get heavy in the right heel. And then again, like you're sliding the left foot up an invisible wall, pressing through the entire sole as you slide that foot up. Pause here. Big toes rotate down towards the mat as the right heel gets heavy. Flex the left foot, big breath in. Exhale, knee to nose, step it forward. Right heel comes down, left toe is pointing at the top right corner. We'll come up, warrior one. And then again, as you're coming here, this back leg feels like your right hip is way behind you. Take a step out with the left foot. That way we can really work that line and the point of the point. Lift up through the heart as you press down into the feet. Palms turn forward. Backs of the hands drift back, inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows. Raise the arms out to a T. Turn the thumbs down. And then this time we're swimming the hands, interlacing the fingers, opposite thumb on top. It's the one that doesn't feel quite right. Knuckles draw down as the shoulder blades come together. Inhale, lift up through the ear tips. Exhale, hinge forward, humble warrior. Eyes to the floor, ear tips reach forward. Don't dump all of the weight in the front foot here, so really plug into the back pinky toe edge. Your next inhale brings you up. Fingertips come down, releasing to come up by the ears. Exhale, warriors. And we'll deep into that front knee. Again, we want all of this weight distributed evenly. And if we're going to dump everything forward, we're going to feel it in the quad. It's going to not be cooperating with us. So really get awareness in that back foot. Pinkies drift back, front knee just a hair to the left. Left palm up and back, radiant warrior. Move from the core. Big inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Frame the front foot. Pivot on the back toes. Optional vinyasa or breathing in your down dog. Take your head rest. Shake your head no. Inhale, right leg back and up. Exhale, knee to nose, step the foot forward. Left heel comes down, this time warrior 2 feet, so that left foot parallel to the back edge. We'll carve over the hands up, warrior 2. Right palm up and back, radiant warrior, plug the feet down. Straighten the front knee, keep reaching back. One more inhale here, really reaching through, pressing down into the feet. Exhale, arms to his feet. Right toes turn parallel to the left. Palms turn back behind you. Again, swing the arms around, interlace the fingers. Loop the shoulders, drop the knuckles down, heart lifts up, inhale. Exhale, hinge, forward to fold. Some awareness to the spaces between the toes of the knuckles. Maybe hang out on the lower back. Maybe start to reach overhead. Use your inhale to come all the way back up like someone's pulling you with a lever. Release the hands. Right toes turn forward, bend into the right knee, warrior 2. Right palm up and back, radiant warrior. Straighten the front knee, keep reaching back, inhale. Palm turns towards the sky, we'll exhale, reach the fingers forward and down, coming to ankle, calf, or thigh, left arm lifts up, triangle pose. Plug into that back foot, eyes to the top thumb. Breathe deep, fall back on the top shoulder blade, like someone is gonna hand you something behind you. They're standing behind you, gonna hand you something. Reach back for it, big breath in. Exhale, release, frame the front foot, move through your lunge. Step back, vinyasa or downward facing. Inhale. Side round. Left leg back and up, inhale. Knee to nose, foot comes forward, sets between the thumbs. Back heel down, warrior 2, front heel to back arch, arms reach out to a T. Left knee pressing slightly to the left, pinkies with back in space. Tailbone reaches down to the floor. Left palm up and back, radiant warrior. Press into the feet, straighten the front knee, reach back, reach, relax the right hand. One more inhale here. Exhale, arms to his feet. Left toes turn parallel to the right. This time we're gonna bring hands to the hips. Step the heels back to the back edge of the mat. And then hinge forward and down with an exhale. We'll bring the hands to the other long edge of the mat, so one right in front of you. Right hand is going to come underneath your face. Left hand somewhere along the right leg. So this could be your knee, as long as you're not pushing or pulling. It could be the thigh or the hip to go a little bit less intense. For the deeper intensity, we come down towards the ankle or the toes. If you feel comfortable with your hand on the floor, you can also walk the right hand out a little bit further just to make this more accessible. Peek up under the right armpit. And we'll unwind. Left hand replaces right, right hand to left leg. And each side may be different here. We're targeting the center of the spine, right in the middle of the back. Breathing into that space. And release. Walk the hands in towards you, bend the knees generously, bring the hands to the hips, And we'll tuck the tailbone to roll it over. We can walk the feet back to the center of the mat just so that we're centered. Warrior two, left toes point forward, right foot parallel to the short end of the mat. Left hand up and back, radiant warrior. Keep reaching back straight in the front knee, inhale. Left palm turns towards the sky with an exhale. We reach it forward to come down, right arm up to the sky. Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. Lift up from the left hip, the bottom hip. You really feel like there's a loop, a rope, or a string around your hips, lifting, lifting, lifting. Eyes up to that top thumb, reaching back for whatever is there to be received. One more inhale, expanding in all directions. Exhale, frame the front foot, move through your lunge, option for one final breath. Inhale, sigh it out. Lift up onto the balls of both feet. Bend the knees, eyes forward, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Land it alongside, fold to release. Press the feet down, we'll inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So we are going to come into a balanced pose today. This is going to be a shoulder opener, so get ready for it. I always say find something on the floor, not moving, about 3 feet in front of you or on the wall. As long as it's not me, I'll be wobbling with you guys. So find something to steady your gaze. We're going to bring the feet together and soften into both knees. And then really press down into the right foot. Okay. Pick up the left foot, we're going to cross left knee over the right, and then just go ahead and bring the left toes down. So we have this little anchor, this little kickstand. Arms are going to come out towards the knee, and then the right arm crosses over the left. Stay here, or cross the forearms, left fingertips into the right palm for eagle arms. So we're still here, we've got this little kickstand going. From here, forearms drift forward and up. Bend deep into the knee. Maybe wrap this left leg around a little tighter, lifting the foot. Maybe you've got that double wrap ability. I do not, so don't be hard on yourself if that's not in your anatomy. Stay here, or to go deeper, you can begin to hinge from the hips, pulling the elbows in and folding into this tight little ball. Garandasana, eagle pose. Breathing to the shoulders, eyes to your drishti. On your next inhale, press into your standing leg, reach it up, unwind, and come back to Tadasana. Hands by the sides. Shake out your feet, especially that right foot might be feeling a little overworked. It's okay. We're going to even it out. Make everything feel correct. So, set yourself up, feet together, eyes on your focal point. Little softness in both knees as you push into the left foot. So pushing into the left foot so much that you can feel the right foot just lifting off already. We'll bend to the knees, bring your hands together to start here. And then cross right leg over left, finding your little kickstand moment so that you can get the arms and then maybe go deeper. Okay? Arms to a T. Reach through the fingertips, find space first. Left arm over. Stay here or crossing into eagle arms. From here, whether you're going to have eagle arms or elbows stacked, everything comes forward and up in the upper body. We push into that left foot, maybe cross the right leg over a little deeper, lifting the right foot. Maybe starting to descend, curling in tight. Eyes on that focal point the whole time. And as always, if you fall out of it, always come back in. We're not aiming for perfection here. We're working into the shoulders, into our practice, into our backs. Breathing deep, focusing our gaze. One more inhale. Big exhale. Inhale, lift up, unwind, reach the arms, and come back to Tadasana, shaking out the left foot, shoulders, wrists. And bringing the feet about hip distance apart. An easy way to find hip distance, start with your feet together, separate your toes, separate your heels. That's gonna always be about hip distance. Quick find. Arms reach behind you, really casual now, not moving through those long legs. Interlace the fingers, drop the knuckles down, lift the heart up, shoulders roll back and down. And then exhale, fold it forward, keep the knuckles connected. Knuckles can rest on the back or start to reach overhead, chin to chest, weight towards the toes. And gently release the fingers, swim the hands down. And as you make contact with the mat, you'll soften the knees, walk or step back to plank pose. And with an exhale, slowly lower all the way to the belly. Stack the forearms underneath the forehead. And take a little belly shavasana here, relaxing your entire weight. And swim the hands by the sides, forehead comes to the mat. Palms down, reach the fingertips back, and you already feel how that makes the shoulders lift up a bit. Walk your toes back as well so that we can connect the hip points to the mat. And anchor through the tops of the feet. Inhale, hands lift up to about shoulder height. Reach back through the fingertips. Your next inhale lifts your chest, lifts your forehead. Your next inhale lifts the legs up. Locust pose. 3 deep breaths here. Everything reaches back except the ear tips, which are reaching forward. One more, lift it up a little higher. Exhale, release. Bring the hands under the forehead, pick up the feet, windshield wiper the knees. Just one little belly back bend today. We'll flip it over and come onto our backs. Feet on the floor, knees pointing up. And then keep that windshield wipering going, knees side to side, hands on the planks. So since we've been working the shoulders today, we're going to keep that going with a little floating bridge practice, a little moving bridge. So let's reach the arms overhead. Backs of the hands at the top of the mat or on the floor. And then find a little space between the shoulders here, tuck the chin to the chest. Walk the feet in close enough so that you can really ground through the toes, through the heels of both feet. And as we inhale, we're going to lift the hips and float the palms down, forward and down. So inhale, hips lift up, arms come down. Exhale, roll through the spine as the arms reach back up overhead. Inhale, arms float forward and down, hips lift. Exhale, roll through the spine, arms reach back. Inhale, hips lift, arms float down. Exhale, reverse it. 3 more, just like this, feeling that cat-cow movement through the spine and blurring the line between inhale and exhale. One more round. Good. As the back releases to the mat this final time, we'll scoop the knees in towards the chest and wrap the arms around the knees or the shins. Pulling the knees in really close as you rock side to side or in a little circle on the low back. We'll release the arms to a T or to cactus arms and send both knees down to the left. Find a twist. You'd love a little extra weight here. The left hand can come to the top of that right knee. As long as it's not pushing or pulling, we just want that extra weight, extra encouragement. If it feels okay on the neck, turn your face to the right. Knees back to center with your inhale. Exhale, send it onto the right. It feels okay on the neck. Turn your face to the left. 3 deep breaths here. Soften everything. Knees back into the chest. Hands to the backs of the thighs. We'll stretch the feet up towards the ceiling and flex the feet. Keeping the shoulders grounded, you can bend the knees as much as you like here. To go deeper, walk the hands up to the calves, or maybe taking peace fingers around the big toes. We want to keep the shoulders grounded. So exploring this reclining forward fold, but really focusing on the back flat to the mat. One more deep breath in and out. Bend the knees, hug them into the chest one last time. And then release the legs long to the floor. Come into your Shavasana. As always, if any other final shapes or movements are calling to you, feel free to take them. Get as much out of your practice as you can. And if you are ready, come onto the back, releasing arms by the sides. And letting the eyes close. Squeeze your hands in the tight fist, squeeze your toes, squeeze your eyes shut. Deepest breath that you've taken all day. Exhale, let it all go. Begin to deepen your breath and invite small movements back into your body, wiggling fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Put your arms overhead, full body stretch, reawakening into this space, this moment, this day. And curl into a little ball on whichever side is your favorite right now. Keeping your eyes heavy or closed and taking your time to get there. Build your way back into whatever seat is comfortable for you and find any feel-good movements along the way. To find your way back to your seat. Find somewhere along the thighs or knees for your hands to rest. Lift the heart, loop the shoulders up, back, and down. And softly closing the eyes, find space across the brow, space in the back of the jaw. Relax the shoulders, relax the glutes. Deep breath in through your nose. Slow exhale from your mouth. In through the nose. Slow exhale. Deep breath in. Big sigh, let it out. We'll seal our practice the way we began, joining sound, energy, and breath in the vibration of Om one time. Gather your hands at heart center, lift your heart to your thumbs, bow your head to your heart, and we'll inhale for Om. Bring the base of your thumbs to rest between your eyes. And lift your gaze to invite wisdom in. Fold into yourself with gratitude for your practice. Well, so much. So nice to see you.